I'm so sick of Roman and the Bloodline. Worse title run than Triple H's reign of terror. Roman is genuinely getting to Jinder levels of repetitive at this point. Breaking news! WWE fans hate Roman Reigns. Again, after they hated him following SummerSlam. And after WrestleMania 39. And the whole 5 years between 2014 and 2019.
Support WrestleTalk!
Roman Reigns and WWE feel like they're taking more breaks than me and Megan when she was just trying to figure out where she is in her life right now, which she apparently had to do by going on a holiday to Crete with a couple of friends and Tommy. Why's Tommy there, Megan? He's the only guy! Roman took a month off after WrestleMania 39, missing Backlash. He took 2 months off after SummerSlam, missing Payback and Fastlane. And following his defeat of LA Knight at Crown Jewel, Dave Meltzer has confirmed Reigns won't be around for the rest of 2023. Where he's set to return for January 2024's Royal Rumble build. Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and now LA Knight. That's 3 separate runs in 2023 of Roman beating your favourite wrestler, who should have arguably beaten him on the premium live event, with the exact same match and bloodline interference finish, to then go on holiday for at least a month. As seen at the start of this video, WWE's Reigns booking has turned fans against him, maybe beyond a simple boo this heel way to a more negative I'm actually sick of this and I'm gonna stop watching kind of way. It's got a vocal portion of the fan base asking, is Roman's title reign stale? And the answer is yes. Yes it is. Thanks all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this video. See you next time. But also, maybe not, because business, business, business. While building his Crown Jewel UWU Championship match against Roman, LA Knight used this very fan resentment as motivation. My assessment is everybody's sick of Reigns. He's got about 1 title defense every 3-4 months. What, 4 defenses a year and we're celebrating the fact that he's been champion for 1,200 days? You've got to be kidding me. This revolution is gonna walk in and release everybody from that tyranny with a new WWE champion. Yeah, that didn't happen. Because Roman reportedly won't wrestle again until January's Royal Rumble, that means his 2023 in-ring year has wrapped, meaning we can verify Knight's claim. He's wrong! Roman defended his title way more in 2023 than every 3 to 4 months. It's every 2.4 months. Listen, there's about to be a lot of numbers here, and you can't go skipping parts of the video because that's bad for the YouTube algorithm. So to make good, I've included Luke Owen's disembodied head to keep you engaged. Roman has wrestled a total of 11 matches for WWE in 2023. 4 of those were on house shows where he either beat Rey Mysterio or Sami Zayn, and the other 7 were on premium live event. He hasn't wrestled once on TV for the whole year. Of the 7 premium live events, only 5 of those had his UWU Championship on the line, with Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, Jey Uso at SummerSlam, and LA Knight at Crown Jewel. Roman's other 2 premium live events were tagging with Solo Sikoa against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Night of Champions, and the Usos at Money in the Bank. For those premium live event matches, Roman wrestled a total of 3 hours 20 minutes in 2023, of which an estimated 3 hours 17 minutes was taunting the crowd. This gives Roman an average 2023 match time of 28.5 minutes. Only 3 hours 20 minutes of title defending in a whole year? Surely that's not enough. Well, let's see how it compares to the other world champion in WWE and the one over in AEW. Roman got to a point where he'd won so many of the top belts in WWE, they had to make a new one for someone else to have. This was the World Consolation Weight Championship that Seth Rollins won on the 27th of May. In total, Seth has wrestled 83 matches on WWE TV, pay-per-view and live events up to Crown Jewel, compared to Roman's 11 for the whole year. 10 of those have been on premium live events, with 8 of them defending his world title, which he only won in May, which have happened across TV, every pay-per-view since him winning it, and even one special on NXT. Those title defense have a total duration of 2 hours, 43 minutes. 34 minutes fewer than Roman though, making Seth's average title defense 20 minutes, 20 seconds long, a whole 8 minutes shorter than Reigns. But that might be because opposed to walking around the ring and yelling at the crowd, Seth actually does moves. Interestingly, WWE's booking of Roman is very similar to his world champion counterpart in AEW, MJF, with both promotions having lengthy world championship reigns to make them mean more. Max, for instance, just became AEW's longest reigning world champion in its history. MJF has wrestled 20 matches this year, 7 of which were title defenses, for an amazing total of 4 hours, 16 minutes of in-ring time. That gives him an average match time of 36 minutes, 30 seconds. In-ring stats-wise, MJF is the hardest working world champion across the 2 major North American promotions. But it's a different story when you only take the first half of MJF's year. He only wrestled 8 matches total, one of which went 37 seconds. Only 4 of those were title defenses, lasting 3 hours of in-ring time total, a whole third of that being his 65-minute Iron Man match against Bryan Danielson, bringing his average title defense match time to 25 minutes, 40 seconds, 4 minutes shorter than Roman's. Of course, this all changed when CM Punk turned himself into a human pipe bomb to explode AEW from the inside out. More on CM Punk in a bit. CM Punk to WWE confirmed. MJF turned babyface in July's Adam Cole storyline, and he's wrestled on an almost fortnightly basis since, sometimes twice on the same show. So there's an argument which both AEW and WWE have made that an effective way to book a heel champion is by having them work a reduced schedule to get them more heat from modern crowds. Fans want to see fighting babyfaces, meaning the heel champion is defined by doing the opposite. That only works, however, if your world title dominating heel is building great babyfaces for fans to get behind in their absence. And maybe not having Roman around has created breathing space for new stars to break out. Cody Rhodes, beaten by Reigns at Mania, has gone on to be a proven live ticket sales difference maker and is reportedly the top merch seller in WWE for 2023. And Jey Uso, beaten by Reigns at SummerSlam, has continued to rise despite his loss, with Fightful reporting his merchandise has sold exceptionally well at live events. That Roman feud made Jey a main eventer. It's right there in his name. Main event, Jey Uso. It's like my nickname, Big Penis, Oli Davis, because I definitely have that. Why would I keep calling myself that otherwise? And then there's LA Knight, easily WWE's biggest organic win of 2023. In another time, under another head of creative, maybe WWE would have booked Knight to lose over and over again and to be put in an emasculating relationship with Eve Torres. But Knight was steadily pushed in Roman's post-SummerSlam absence, allowing him to become a top merch seller in WWE alongside the likes of Cena, Roman, and Stone Cold. We know this because it's been reported by the hottest new dirt sheet scooper in all of wrestling, CM Punk. Yes, I will make all stories eventually about CM Punk. As you can see in Punk's totally not loaded post on his Instagram comparing WWE and AEW's merch sales for 2023, LA Knight is ranked at number 5 for WWE, only behind Cena, Roman, Stone Cold, and Cody at number 1. Punk was posting this as a shout out to his good friend Danhausen, thanking fans for keeping him in AEW's top 10 merch sellers of 2023 despite not being on TV. But what Punk was actually doing was showing that Punk remains the top singles merch seller in AEW, despite only being around for a few months between suspensions and firings. The meeting with Phil Zack and Jack Tunney at the China Club brother caption is a reference to BWE's report that Punk has been recently scheduled for a call with a few board members in WWE. Board members! Leading people backstage to believe he will be returning, with heavily speculation on Survivor Series board games in Chicago on the 26th of November as the date. Fightful is reporting WWE is continuing to deny these talks are happening, which is exactly what people planning a surprise CM Punk return would say. although Abu of Wrestle Purists refutes this. And SRS claims Abu is well connected for this information, along with a potentially returning Randy Orton from out of nowhere, and BWE reporting a couple of surprises in store. WWE have the luxury of not even needing Roman around over the winter. Oh yeah, we were talking about Roman Reigns. I get distracted. It's just the CM Punk stuff. I love the CM Punk stuff. Dave Meltzer has reported on Wrestling Observer Radio that WWE's merchandise sales are setting all-time records. Merchandise has never been higher, ever. Not in the Attitude Era, not in the Hulk Hogan era. Never as high as it is now. Roman is the catalyst. The industry we love and follow isn't called the wrestling let's put on the best artistic performance for a reason. It's called the wrestling business, where wrestlers and storylines are judged to be successful based on how much their fans, or morally dubious kingdoms, pay money for them. This is traditionally measured by live event tickets and merchandise sales, which remain the real canary in the coal mine for a promotion's up or down trends, but in more modern times has come to include long-term overarching TV rights fees, broken down into weekly TV ratings, and aforementioned deals with morally dubious kingdoms. So if fans really are sick of Roman Reigns and the bloodline and the template of Roman's matches always being the same ref distraction, interference, cheat to win, why has 2023 for WWE kept on going from strength to strength to strength in TV ratings, live event tickets, and merch sales? Fightful has reported WWE officials have been very happy with TV ratings this year, specifically talking about Roman's show SmackDown and his Bloodline segments. Roman's 1,000-day title celebration episode on the 5th of June and the Tribal Court episode on July 7th were two of the highest-rated SmackDown episodes in 3 years, sometimes topping all of network TV for the week in certain demos. The Crown Jewel Go Home episode of SmackDown on the 3rd of November pulled in 2.25 million viewers, making it the highest for its time slot. Not bad for a show taped a week in advance. If Roman's repetitive title reign really isn't working, you would expect these numbers to be down year on year. Using the old adage of a rising tide, Roman's all ships, a Romaning tide, a rising Roman lift. I'm trying to say a rising tide lifts all boats. Thought I could make a pun. Going by WWE's 2023 business metrics, live events, merch sales, and TV ratings, the elevated Roman tide stays high even when he's not around. It's all about momentum. WWE is, to use a Zoolander quote, so hot right now, and Roman Reigns is its blue steel. Which is why it isn't just SmackDown that's increased in ratings. Both Raw and NXT have been up consistently throughout 2023 on their 2022 numbers. In a TV viewership landscape where everyone else is in decline. AEW, for instance, has seen its 2023 Dynamite and Rampage viewership mostly down on the same time in 2022. The same pattern can be seen in WWE's house show ticket sales, which are events that aren't broadcast on TV. The Hollywood Reporter writes WWE has set all-time attendance figures in 57 cities across the world in the first half of 2023. This is an incredible turnaround from WWE's spiraling house show business in 2019 and its total shutdown in the pandemic. Roman Reigns has only wrestled on 4 of these live events this year, so his lack of appearances don't appear to be a negative factor. Yes, a portion of fans, many of them you and I, have grown bored of Reigns never being around, and when he is, it's the same repetitive, uncreative match plus interference finish we've had for several years. But maybe what works for a wrestling hot period for mainstream casual fans is star power, which Roman has more of than anyone else currently active, and not overexposing that star power is a key to preserving it. So expect WWE to keep riding Roman's rising tide. Paul Heyman said after WrestleMania 39 that we're only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That makes it near a 9-year-long story. Start mentally preparing yourself for Cody not winning at WrestleMania 40 either. But what do you think? Is Roman Reigns' title reign actually bad for WWE? Tell me, of course it is! I can't take Jimmy interfering anymore, Ollie! I can't do it! In the comments down below. And also let me know what you think about this more deep dive into a wrestling news story format too, as I tried out something a little different today. If you liked it, share it around, tell your friends. Roman's not all bad though, he's had some great rivalries. Go watch our countdown of 10 of the best ones on Parts Unknown.